Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. We have completed most of the quests that we had, and we have definitely completed Monarch, so all we have to do now is go back to Phineas and then the Groundbreaker to get new quests. Probably a new planet as well.
I received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw.
Okay.
Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast! Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it
The transmission is complete, Captain.
Okay,
May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
Thank you, Ada. Guess we're going back down then. We're at Scylla at the moment. Journal. I don't even remember where this Dr. Shaw is.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
No. Okay, where is this Dr. Orson Shaw? Botched? Oh, we have no botched quests. Region. It's a bit annoying that I can't remember where he is and that we don't get a quest marker for him. Is there like a med bay here somewhere? I don't even remember that.
Might I ask how you are faring, Ms. Holcomb?
I'm not winded. Honest. My, boot was untied.
You don't need to keep up appearances. You're among friends. We would never leave you behind.
The vicar certainly is different. Okay, instead of just roaming around aimlessly, I will look up where this Dr. Orson Shaw is. Well, first of all, it would have helped if I actually went to the correct planet. Monarch is not Roseway.
Captain,
So let's...
Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Yeah. Let's go to Terra 2, to the actual correct place we were supposed to go to.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Thank you. Of course, we didn't get any quest marker, but I believe Dr. Shaw was in... in Roseway itself, near the workbench. Yeah, there he is.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. I went to great risk to send that.
I did. What did you mean by an item of great value?
Aha! I knew that'd entice you to return to our dangerously unprofitable township. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before it gets confiscated.
I don't understand why you're giving this to me.
The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, Auntie Cleo R&D felt otherwise. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature, which makes this an illegal prototype weapon. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than destroyed.
My unlawful proclivities, how dare you? Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to put it to good use. Okay, interesting. Now let's go back to the ship, and then we can visit Phineas.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Stop bothering me, Ada.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Neither.
Do return in one.
Negotiate with Sprats for territory. It's an interesting note.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
What was that about Minister Clark?
Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a Minister of Earth. Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree, you'll find Clark's signature on the dotted line.
Just tell me what to do.
Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
Find Carmen Imagawa, steal chemicals, got it. Level 24. Let's put 5 points into lockpick and 5 points into stealth. You get a perk. 20% more damage. But that is whenever you're affected by something. That's also quite nice. Headshot kills explode. Okay. I'm looking for something that increases my sneak attack. That's useful. That is also quite useful. There's something about blood and violence that helps you focus. That's not disturbing at all. I usually don't move. Headshot kills explode. Does AoE damage. That's very... I mean, these two, Confidence and Armor Master, I like them quite a bit. Let's go with the Armor Master for now. It should increase our skills. Yep. Yeah, plus 10 instead plus 5. Okay. Off we go to the Groundbreaker then. I guess I can just fast travel.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Yeah. Byzantium is on Terra? 2? Didn't know that. Okay, back to the Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Excellent. And our quest, we can just fast travel there to the promenade. And I believe we're going up there. Greetings. Lovely elevator music.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
Haha, persuade 100. You're not the only one who enjoys the finer things, Lilia.
You know what? Fuck it. Enjoy yourself. I invest in the happiness of my workers, and you deserve a bigger cut.
Thank you.
Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor.
In case you were curious, no one was following me.
No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook.
Of course.
Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order. But at least it's under our control. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they?
Excuse me? Could have sworn one of them winked at me.
I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know?
Sure. Were you doing okay, Lilia?
I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns you. At least, not yet. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
Oh, sure. That sounds like a real easy job.
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain.
How did a research station become salvage?
Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant Sublight's flag. Perfectly legit, perfectly legal.
This sounds risky. Do you have a buyer lined up?
Not this time. The board tolerates our business up to a point, and selling off a station full of their old gear and terminals crosses that point. But if we were to move in and commandeer the station as a sublight salvage remote office, that's a different matter. Legally gray by comparison. More of a squatter situation.
Sure, just point me in the right direction.
Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that.
You are being cryptic again.
I'm being smart. Try it sometime. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Okay, so we did lose a little bit of reputation with them for that. But that's fine. Ah. I don't think we have anything else to do here, so let's go to that station first and foremost. Just fast travel back to the ship. I think we have, yes, we have plenty of space in our inventory.
Ryoka is drunk. Surprise.
HRS 1084, a satellite in the outer part of the Halcyon system. Heliospheric Research Station 1084 is technically owned by the board, but has been long since abandoned.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Okay.
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells.
Yes. Oh, you had no comment about it. The chairman and Minister Clark defeat our foes. Okay. So do we see a proper map here? Okay, so it's not that big, it would seem.
This is the place. We'll need the power generators back on to finish this job.
It certainly can't be this easy. Error, unable to access memory cartridge, terminal power below 5%. Okay. Whoa, that went quick. A blank card. No idea what that's for yet. So where does this ladder go? Looks like a useful vantage point if we ever need to snipe in here. And judging by all the explosive hanging around, I would say we need that. Shipping manifest. 1 case of UDL concussive mines to HRS 1084. Signed by Chief of Security Ida Kimball. Warning, contents may have shifted in transit. Warranty is void on any and all detonated mines regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling or destroying mines is a fireable offence. Mines are not a company-authorised decoration, pet or sporting equipment. Really? Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Seriously? Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. What? Do not purposefully stand, sit or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any actions taken or not taken by mines. Wow. UDL recognizes that you could have chosen any remote explosives provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety. Quality and safety not guaranteed. For many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Aha, this game. Speaking of. UDL identity cartridge. Does this go then? Ah. So maintenance mode is active, minimal functions available, modify generator mode normal. Updating generator mode to normal, disabling emergency lighting, activating facility lights, activating security protocols, activating air recyclers, new laboratory scent option selected, flushing toilets. Error flushing toilets, see maintenance logs for details. Generator mode change complete. Maintenance logs, view facility status report, critical issues 1. Issue 1, a toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1243 days ago. Non-critical issues 2. Issue 1, sensors indicate alta vitae gas is leaking from storage tanks. Alta vitae gas is toxic to human. Admin override, priority set to non-critical, management does not utilize the alta vitae gas tank storage room. Issue 2, sensors detect that the new laboratory's scent air freshener is running low. Repair toilet. The existing work order was opened 991 days ago and was last accessed 991 days ago. Okay.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
What's going on, Nada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
Persuade 55. My team has already handled the issue, soldier. Your squad can depart.
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
Lie 35. I already reactivated the automechs. Your readout must be on a delay.
That should have been fixed by now. As you say, we'll just head out then. Safe travel, soldier.
Thank you.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
My dad used to say words have power. You proved them true.
That was easier than I expected. Maybe even a tad too easy. So these things appear to be dormant, which I'm quite satisfied with. What is in this place? Terminal, priority user, Kimball. Messages. To redacted subject. Re your concern. To redacted. Of course morale is low. You gave those PhDs tanks of nuclear scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. Kimball. And then 2A Kimball, subject bedtime story, draft. From Kimball I to Kimball A, bedtime story. Once upon a time there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses, the soldiers squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband, but she would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending? Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. Mom. Security routines? Nothing. Whoa.
Step lively, Captain. What's that teeth?
I've noticed. Okay, so the shroud disabled. I'm not sure if that's of any consequence with the security systems being offline and everything. The blur was quite annoying though. Seeming as I already have blurry vision. Cannot use while in combat. Okay, so it did matter. Ow. I've been in here. Okay, so the robots definitely is an issue, so we'll have to take out those.
We got a fight on our hands.
Don't mess with us.
Then more of them. Appears to be more of them down here. Security routines. Disengage checkpoint security. Thank you. There's also some personal files here. Log, Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet, just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electro Floor 3000 for my checkpoint, and a crate of concussion mines. She didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. Okay. Why are there mines all over the place? Cleaning service is of course both expected, recommended, and will be doing people a favor. How did people get out of the living areas through the electrocution floor?
Science in action is both a marvelous and terrifying thing to behold. In this case, however, I'd say it's more the latter.
I'm not sure what we're looking at yet, so...
Nice work!
A doctor in a tank.
All together.
Is that the final one? Why is there a doctor in a tank? Not want to know, but I'm pretty certain we will get to know whether or not we want to or not. What is this? Examine. Holding tank 001 log. Subject Dr. Charles McNulty. Current status alive, unstable condition. Stasis setting active. Notes: subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing his condition is found. In gratitude, Dr. Ava Chartrand, Dr. Lorelei Fall, Dr. James Guthrie, and Dr. Claire Pearsall. These names... I wonder if any of those names were used in the other laboratory we're at. Holding tank 003 log. Subject Dr. James Guthrie. Current status alive. Extremely unstable condition. Stasis setting active. Notes: subject will need extensive nuclein resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry it ended up like this, James. We will come back for you all and fix this, I swear on it. Please forgive us, Dr. Eva Chartrand and Dr. Lorelei Fall. And then there's a tank up there. Dr. Claire Pearsall. Current status alive, unstable condition, stasis setting active. Notes: subject's condition is dire. Make sure resuscitation devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time, I swear. We'll bring you back. With love, Dr. Ava Chartrand, Dr. Lorelei Fall, and Dr. James Guthrie. This is fairly bizarre. There's one doctor there, and one doctor there, and they have been experimenting with nuclein resequencing. That's probably not a good idea, you know. Use terminal. Executive records classified. Personal terminal Chartrand A, that would be Ava. It has been 1,217 days since last login. Security routines. We can hack to unlock the personal quarters. Also modify systems access protocols. Insert sublight override cartridge. That was easy. Yep. Now this station is owned by Sublight. Project summary. Executive Research Focus Group E177J48. Purpose: biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Active team: Chartrand A, Fall L. Inactive team members: Guthrie J, McNulty C, Pearsall C, and Ryle T. Goal: further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclein. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Using strands obtained from Halcyon native fauna. Classification: C. Rapt 1002, aka Raptidon. Okay. Messages from Redacted. Subject: station morale. It has come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS 1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. Logs. Charlie. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Lore walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken, it was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. And then we have Claire. We had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tomorrow I'm reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. And we have James. This log is being entered by Dr. Fahl. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments. After all our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Ava hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from HRS 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We are just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we are not even close to that point. Access outbound com transcript. Transmission begins. Chartrand, Ava, is anyone listening on this frequency? Redacted, who is this? Ava, I'm the project lead on 1084. I wanted... Redacted, Station 1084, you have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end state is achieved. Ava, Executive Override, password Antediluvian. Redacted, Audible Sigh. What can I do for you, Doctor? Ava, the board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? Redacted, I'm afraid I can't provide an updated status at this time, Doctor. Ava, the assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George the Hevesy Institute in Budapest. Redacted, one of my associates will reach out when we have an update. Ava, when? Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? Redacted, Station 1084. Misuse of this channel is a fireable offense, as is abusing your executive override, save in cases of emergency. Ava, damn it, this is an transmission end. Executive override for user Chartrand Ava discontinued. Duration indefinite. So, yes, it's definitely the same.
We can go home to the ship, right? I've been missing Ada fierce.
People
Chartrand.
that...
Sounds awfully familiar. That was the scientist from Cascadia, right?
Yes. As I was about to say. So we have facial mask skin cream. It's very important. Safe. I think there was something in here that would tell us what this was about, but no. Oh well. I guess we're heading back to the Unreliable then.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
I wasn't, but thank you. Let's head back to Miss Hagen.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
I wonder why she's so interested in this, let's call it unconventional research. fast travel over to the promenade. Dum-de-dum. Right. We left the elevator up there, and apparently nobody has gone up or down since then. They even have waiting music for the elevators. That's even better than actual elevator music.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
The base had scientists in suspension tanks. Some might still be alive.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
The UDL gunship buzzed the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you.
Really?
Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
No. I'm listening.
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
The truth about the human tailbone. You had my interest, now you have my attention.
Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
I've already gathered that. I'm guessing you have an idea.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
I can do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about
What?
aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
Say nothing.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Captain, in my humble assessment, Ms. Hagen is insane.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
A few?
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with Halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I haven't seen any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
Enough. Tell me what needs to be done.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does Dr. Chartrand need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
Concern for the fate of our species is admirable.
You've got me all wrong.
Of course.
I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Of course, it's too good to be true. Science 1. The labs I passed through didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Murder isn't covered under my contract employment.
Just think of it as salvaging hope from the smoking wreckage of humanity. This is your initiation into a future with Sublight. Want a steady position in our ranks? Buy one with a bullet.
What do I get for joining up?
Well, there's your usual fee. What else do you want, a promotion? It's yours. Even better. I'll owe you one.
Where does Chartrand fit into your alien conspiracy theory?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
It's messy, but I'll take the job. Silently hoping that there are other ways to conclude this quest.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
I'm not sure I trust anyone. Should I suppose? Let's take the elevator down.
Is one healthy if they are well adjusted to a sick society?
That's a good question. Anyways, I'll clean up a little bit of my inventory in between episodes. So, I think this is a good spot to end this episode. I'll see you all next time.